welcome to another episode of Grey Wolf Effects. We're going to be reviewing another awesome model kit. This one being from something I'm more familiar with in terms of articulation and stuff like that. But let's get right to it. Here we have Mechagodzilla Kiryu with the Shirasagi from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, or Mechagodzilla vs. Godzilla. I forgot the actual order there, but it's because I'm really excited. This is a huge box. This is practically almost a little bit maybe smaller than the boxes for the Saikozaku 1/100 Rika and the Sazabi Rika 1/100 scale. But anyways, let's open this up and see what we have inside. So opening up right off the bat, we already have one of these parts here. Let me just bring down the camera a little bit so it can be a little more intimate with the parts that we have. So from the looks of it, we already have the feet. We have what looks to be probably his gut, maybe his back. We have his thighs here. This one for sure is his back. This probably looks more like it's his hip. It's molded in a kind of like a black gray, maybe like a dark kind of charcoal kind of color. It's really nice. Got good detail here with all the cabling wire that he's got for the undersuit, I suppose. Moving on to the next part here, we have, let me go on to other black parts here, I guess. Here we have some more simple parts. These parts you can tell right off the bat you're not going to be looking at, or you can't see. I'm assuming these are going to be probably going in the chest as well. This one's for sure the lower body with the hips, the legs, and everything like that. So it's pretty much a simple part there. We have more of these again. These for sure are going to be the knees, you can tell for sure, as well as part of the forearms. And you have some little gear parts here as well. Not 100% certain where that's going to be, but all of this molded well. And as always with Bandai, you don't have any flashing. At least with the newer kits, you don't have any of the flashing here, which is very nice. That's clean up for all your model kit makers. Here we have the exact same part again. It's molded in the very same colors, same exact thing. There's nothing different with it. So moving on, we have some of the silver parts. Now, here we have pretty much the top section. This is where we're going to have part of the head. You can see this is probably the bottom part of the jaw, I'm assuming. We have the top part of the head, we have the snout, we have that laser beam inside his mouth, all the other parts that go around the neck as well as around there. Not sure if any of these parts are going to be going in on the tail yet. Now, the way this is molded, it's molded in, you can't really see the swirl of the silver or anything like that, but it's got that kind of cheap silver look you'd see on plastic figurines and stuff like that. So it's not like a nice chromy metallic look or anything. You're going to have to paint this. If you want to go the extra mile and make this look really nice and something close to what you see in the movie, you'd have to paint this yourself. Moving on from that, we have the torso. So here we have the back part of the chest, and this is the front part, I'm assuming. It goes like this. This would be the gut, and then that's for the neck. This part's supposed to fold out. That's where you're going to have the, I forgot the name of the beam that comes out of his chest, the ultimate absolute zero, I think that's what it was called. I believe these are also for the back part of the mech here. So you got part of the fins and everything there as well, or the scales, sails, something like that. Moving on from there, we have more of them, actually. These are going to be what's going to be going on around. And it attaches a backpack, and I forgot some of these names because I have to watch it again to remember what some of these parts are called. You have to take off a couple of these parts, or a few of them, so you can attach the backpack. But other than that, it's the same exact silver. Here you can see a little bit more of the swirls, just a little bit. But yeah, nothing that a little bit of painting will fix. So just gotta top coat this nice. I'm gonna make sure that I wash this first before I actually paint over it or anything. Moving on from there, we have the lower section. So here, these parts are supposed to be painted black on the inside there, but again, you're gonna have to do go the extra mile and paint this. Still molded well, no defects, at least not that I can see of right off the bat. I believe these parts go on the sides of the chest, like below where the armpit area is, somewhere around there. I'm not sure where these go, but still good. I'll save those for a little bit. More parts again. These are for the feet, I'm going to assume, the bottom of the soles of the feet. So it's got really nice little, like a ventilation kind of thing going on, like a little detail there. These are the flaps, I believe, that cover the thrusters that are on the sides of the thighs. These could be the thighs or they could be the ankle. I'm not 100% certain. I have to look at the picture again for the box. We have the tops of the feet. So we don't have the claws or anything there yet. And we have more parts there. Again, still good detail. Still got a lot of runners to go through. So we have more of these here. This part is for the tail, and it has all the sections for the tails as well. So you can see already here, these are the last bits here are like in small sections. So it's going to be a really articulated tail, which is going to be really neat to, you know, paint and everything like that and see how it all looks and flows together. We have, this is for the chest. This is where the absolute zero is. This is for the sides there. This part I'm not certain where that goes. These are the flaps that go on the chest here, the two here on the chest, and then the bottom there for the abdomen section. And more parts there. A little part where the armpits are going to be going. Here's where we actually have two copies of the same thing. These parts are the same parts here. These, I believe, are for the legs and arms because we have the small bits right here. So we got a mix of both sections here. We have already the claws here as well. So really good detail there. Moving on, we have the cannon that goes on the back side of him. So here we have it in only two parts, at least just for the blue parts here. They are molded in the same color, same kind of, like almost like a indigo maybe. And we're still missing some of the other parts here for sure. These parts are going to be like a silverish color or something with a little bit of yellow lighting there. Unfortunately, yeah, you're going to have to do the extra painting, which again, if you're one who really doesn't mind going the extra mile, then this is awesome. But this is also kind of overwhelming because there's a lot of parts in this. Going on, we have more parts that go for the cannon there, the shoulder cannons. These parts, I believe, are where they're going to be moving around. We have the thrusters here that are going to be going, I'm assuming, for the side of the hips. And then these are the main thrusters that go on the back side or something like that. Or the main section where the blasters are. Here we're going to have something similar. It kind of reminds me of the 1/12 scale model kits for Star Wars. And they're all in a nice kind of rubbery feel. So pretty much where all the joints are going to be going. So it's going to be connecting easy and everything like that. Nice flow and fluid movement while still being somewhat stiff. And this part, I didn't bother to cut them out. But these are the silicone, I guess, silicone body parts where it's going to allow to still keep the look of the figure, but at the same time have some extra flexibility. Now, the only thing is that this is my first model kit that I have that even has any of this incorporated. So honestly, I have no idea how any of this is going to hold up over time, and also depending on like where I keep it. So if you have like a airproof sealed kind of container or something, I think this would be fine for you. You know, it's not going to be a biggie. If you don't, well, just keep in mind that this is a different material, so I'm not sure. Personally, I would have liked that maybe they would have included a plastic version, so instead of just having this, you could have a hard plastic version as well. Because, I mean, it's still the same detail, of course. This does allow for a tiny bit more flexibility. There are also a few more parts in here as well as some other hoses and cables that connect around him, including the cannons that go on the arm and some other parts there that go on like the leg and on the hip section. So I guess they give this just to make sure that you know what it is. Putting this aside, we still have more sections here for him. Not really sure where they go there. We have little thrusters here. These are going to be for the Shirasagis. I believe that's the name of the aircraft. These are, I don't think they are, or they could actually be for the Shirasagi as well. We do have a hose here. I'm not 100% certain where this goes exactly yet. I think this is like a towing cable or something, or like a connector that you put in for Mechagodzilla and the aircraft here. I forgot to say that we also have his hands. They are already cut out from the sprues. They're not attached or anything. Unpainted. They actually look more like they have a slightly less silvery look to the other ones there. So these will need some painting for sure. Here we have his eyes. He comes with two options. You can either have the regular yellow or you can have the red, the raging red kind of color. And the cool thing is, if I can find I buried it under here. This is also black light. So if for whatever reason you have a black light in your room, you can allow these to kind of illuminate, and it would be pretty cool. This is the only thing that does glow, unfortunately, which is okay, I guess, also. I mean, unless you paint it up and you have some other stuff. And last but not least, we have the actual aircraft. So we have 3 of these that you can construct. All of them being just a front, top and bottom side there Really well detailed, has a lot of panel lines. I love this sort of thing. For me, I love kits that have a lot of panel lines, a lot of good details to add there and everything. So this is awesome. This is already going to be a lot of fun. We have the bottom sections of the aircraft here, as well as some other parts. So again, these three are the exact same thing. And we have the little rays and everything like that, the control rays. I'm not sure yet. I believe you can make all three forms. You can have either a landing pose where it's just, you know, it's resting on the ground. You can have another where the wheels are up, but it's flying overhead. Another one where it has that little beam on the bottom there. I believe that's to control Mechagodzilla, something like that. And of course, we have the thrusters for the aircraft. It does also come with two, not three, but two display display parts, whatever, display arms. They have the exact same thing. They're already put in this part. They also have screws inside to attach and everything like that. So it seems pretty cool and everything there. And here we have some water slides here. I believe this is all the water slides that come with this kit. So we have the ones for Mechagodzilla himself, as well as for the aircraft. Having all the numbers, the serial numbers, and the identification numbers and everything, as well as their emblems. And then some other parts you're going to have here, they're going to go on and around. And then you have these little parts here. I'm not really certain if I'm going to be doing that yet, if I will go with this or not. I might paint it myself, because I know that I'm not really familiar with how to properly top coat silver colored model kits, especially one that you work on yourself, because then it just loses the nice shine, even though I am going to weather it down. So it looks like he's actually been in combat a bit with Godzilla. Not to the point where he's completely damaged. I'm going to keep the armor and body completely new. Going over here, we have our guide sheet here. This shows basically where to attach where to put on all the water slides for Mechagodzilla himself. On the back side, we got a really nice wallpaper with a signature here. Of course, printed. It's not personally signed. But, I mean, this is really cool. This is awesome. I'm going to find a way, maybe I can frame this or something. But yeah, we have more information here, a lot of which I unfortunately cannot read because I don't speak Japanese. I don't read Japanese. I can slightly speak a bit or understand thanks to anime. And then of course we have our manual here, and it's fairly large too, kind of thick. So just showing you all the parts. As always, Bandai is very clear, very simple on how to build the kits. They're not super overly complicated. Does not require any glue. To my knowledge, this kit does not require any glue. I have seen one review so far from Zacurelius. The little fins on the back do pop off kind of easily depending on how you're moving the torso and everything like that. So maybe it could just do with a little bit of glue. But we'll see on that. And then of course it just shows a little diorama here on how to assemble the back parts and everything like that. Unlike some of the other Bandai kits though, it doesn't seem to come with a little, I guess this would count, where it has like a colored section. You have a little bit more information, but it's just more on the kit. It doesn't actually have anything on Mechagodzilla himself. But I mean, this is completely different anyway. This is not a Gundam that I normally build or anything like that. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope y'all have a good one. I did try to keep this video at least within 10 minutes. I'm going to try my best not to make videos 15 minutes long. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and you have yourself an outstanding day.